Hello there. Welcome back to Game 3 of the Corsair Summer Tour 2013. I'm LD. This is where you say, and I'm Lumi.
And I'm Lumi.
And we're delighted to be bringing you a deciding Game 3 of ICCup versus Mousesports. This is the second to final match of the losers bracket. The winner of this match moves on, and they will be facing Team Fnatic EU in the loser bracket finals immediately after the match. Should start around 21 CEST, well, probably a little bit later since we're just getting Game 3 underway now. After this match, though, that match comes up, and then tomorrow, we've got our Grand Finals versus Virtus Pro. That one's a best of 3. With that being said, we can hop inside the draft. Game 3 is now underway. ICCup sitting on the Dire side, Mousesports on the Radiant. Before I let Lumi get a word in edgewise, I do want to quickly mention that Corsair is doing a giveaway, and you can head over to gc.corsair.com for your chance to win a fully loaded gaming PC, as well as some Dota TV tickets. So gc.corsair.com for that. Draft nearly complete now, Lumi. So what are your thoughts on some of the picks and bans?
Very interesting that they pick Kunkka after the puck has been selected, because with Shadow Demon roaming about, you can get a couple kills on the mid lane against a mid hero that's not good at escaping a Shadow Demon disrupt into Kunkka Torrent combo. Their team fight's actually not that good as well, because bow is fine, but not when there's a Naga sleep. Your team could be all hit by the bow, and you disengage with the sleep. So I feel like draft-wise, Mousesport has heroes that are really synergistic against ICCup's team.
There you go.
Yeah, and at the same time, I think ICCup doesn't really have powerful lanes. I don't think they have powerful late game, so I'm not sure exactly what this draft is about. Hopefully they could kind of show us with this last pick.
Well, they have that very strong 1-2 punch. Won't help you against Kunkka. It also won't help you against Lifestealer, because he can just rage when that's coming. As soon as you get out of Disruption. It's the two cores that you can't get, so they'll have to rely on the Naga and Visage as the targets of choice for that combo. We'll have to see. Also, you can try and just time the Torrent a tiny bit later, maybe hope that he phase shifts immediately, and then at early levels, phase shifts very low, but yeah, that's not reliable. That's an unreliable combo, and when you pick Kunkka Shadow Demon, you'd like it to be reliable. The one thing is the Tidebringer is really good at killing familiars. It's great against Naga illusions, but that doesn't really matter the latter part, because it's a support Naga. She's not being picked for her illusions.
Yeah, so Kunkka, one of my favorite heroes to watch in pro games because it's very exciting. He has long-range spells. He sets up great team fights. I just don't think this is one of the games to actually have it as well. To me, Mousesport has better team fight from the Dream Coil as well as the Naga Siren Sleep. And of course, if Puck gets a quick Blink Dagger, we haven't been seeing too many Lifestealer bombs today. So let's see if Mousesport could close out the series with a couple of good bombs being dropped.
What kind of a bomb will it be? Kunkka, Lone Druid, Shadow Demon, not your great pushing combo for them. ICCup have mostly been winning, I feel, just by out-strategizing their opponents, just picking push lineups that can't be countered, counter-picking greedy lineups with aggressive tri-lanes. Now they'll go for an Alk. Well, you get an Alk. This hero, if he gets in like Shadow Blade, can gank a Lifestealer, can gank a Puck. You'll never see that nuke coming if he channels it up while he's invis. So, ICCup also shore up the late game a bit here. If the game goes late enough, Alchemist can deal with a Lifestealer 1v1 and win that battle. But you need your Basher. You need quite a few items before you get to that point. So I'd say late game I give ICCup the edge, but Mousesports have the very strong mid game. They've got the more synergistic lanes. ICCup, can they execute more of a turtle draft? Can they execute more of a defensive draft? That's what we'll have to wait to find out.
Yeah, also Mousesport, they need to pick a couple of heroes that could do well kiting these melee heroes. Right? Lone Druid with the bear kiting in the front line, Alchemist in the front line, Kunkka semi in the front line. Ensnare is a great way to start. Dream Coil is a great way to start. They need something else.
Maybe an Enigma here? Enigma looks pretty good to me.
Pretty damn good, yeah, Enigma. Although, if you X marks the spot, you could X him and then just instantly bring him, and that will cancel any channeling spells.
Yeah,
so if you're afraid of the black hole.
This is a BKB game to me. If you get a BKB, there's no way to cancel that black hole. And as you rightly point out, there's a triple melee core.
There's a bear. He cancels the black hole.
Yeah, chances of walking around the Enigma behind the black hole and rooting him in a timely fashion are very slim.
You know it's going to happen once, and it's like, oh my god, what a hex. But
it's worth mentioning. But yeah, I mean, I think if Mouse want to go Enigma here, they can afford it, and they could run an Enigma 1v1 against the Lone Druid. You can run a Lifestealer tri-lane versus ICCup's tri-lane, and you can run a Puck mid, or they can just jungle the Enigma and abandon the off lane, depending on how ICCup chooses to lane it. So I think Mousesports Enigma would be a viable choice for them. Anything else that comes to mind for you?
I like Clockwork. The 3 melee hero is going to have a tough time dealing with the power cogs. The mana drain is going to be good against Kunkka Alchemist.
And only the Alchemist will likely build a BKB early.
Right, and yeah, Clockwork's not exactly a commonly seen hero because of the nerf against BKB, but it gives them good mid-game gank. It gives them another avenue of sending your Lifestealer Insight. It's a great way to deal with Keeper of Light. We've seen that hero 6 months ago, and it was just a terror on the pro scene. Clockwork was a counter pick to that, but no, they're going to go with the Weaver, so going for a full-on minus armor strat. Very good at dealing with these melee kind of tanky strength heroes. So, yeah.
And I think the thing for Mouse is, now they can take it late. You're up against Kunkka, Alchemist, Lone Druid, but you've got the much better mobility carries. Lifestealer is very mobile with Phase Drums, with Rage. Your Puck's obviously mobile, and now with Weaver minus armor, ICCup don't have a whole lot of great ways to lock him down. And we saw what happened last game. If you can't lock down Black on that Weaver and he has a powerful start, he's almost unstoppable later on. You get a Link-ins, Alchemist can't touch him by himself. Kunkka can't touch him by himself. I like this Weaver pick a lot. As long as they don't get shut down early, Mouse have great split push, they've got good team fight, and they've got fantastic late game.
So the question is Mousesport going offensive trialing? We saw them do it last time with Black featuring on the Weaver. Paz is going to be handling the Visage, and Synderen is going to be playing the Naga Siren. That should be offensive trialing. Koifa, though, could be part of that offensive trialing as well in the form of a Lifestealer. And last but not least, we know that Fada is definitely going mid. Pulled a little bit here with the Puck, and he generally plays it very well.
Yeah, so, a.k.a. El Pollo Loco. Fata, clearly a Breaking Bad fan. Shout out to him. El Pollo Loco is, by the way, a real fast food chain. They have it here in California. I thought they just made it up for the show, but I was very wrong about that. So, on that note, we'll introduce ICCup, the Russian challengers, the CIS challengers. We just sick, handling the Shadow Demon Resolution, your solo mid-alk. Always want to fly on the Keeper of the Light. Jackal, carry Kunkka in the tri-lane, and that leaves Mag as most likely your safe lane Lone Druid. Seems that ICCup are going to go aggressive here. And Mouse, in response, they'll send Black to that tri-lane. Now, Weaver is a hero they could potentially get. Disruption Torrent is a good lockdown combo. Issue is they probably won't kill Black early, but they can definitely hit the combo and damage him a lot.
Disruption and Torrent, it's a cute combo. But if you think about it, you're using 2 spells to land a very low damaging nuke, and that's the Torrent. You could follow up with a Illuminate at the end and do some nice damage.
Yeah, they can just zone him with that, but they won't kill him.
Right, they don't actually kill anything. So I feel like this is one of the weaker offensive trialing. But you still have Keeper of Light, which is a hero that's really good at challenging pulls. Speaking of pulls, they have blocked them off. Or does this block it off? I don't even know.
This ward definitely blocks that pull cap.
Because
I believe
box
this one
is like really mad big, right? Is that the area? I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I believe it is blocked, though. I'm pretty sure both camps are blocked, and they have good vision here. Even if they haven't blocked this pull camp, honestly, you're running a Keeper of the Lake Kunkka tri-lane. You don't need to block the pull camp.
You just go in there, illuminate, and be like, what's up?
Yeah, it is blocked, though. So they block both spawns. I almost would prefer if they left one unblocked. But either way, though, I think for ICCup, they don't need to kill Black. They can slow down his farm, and they can push the tower early. And 3v3, I think ICCup, well, it's all about positioning. If Always Wanna Fly gets caught, then their tri-lane will fall apart. It'll be in shambles quickly, because that hero will die to Soul Assumption, one Weaver Sakuchi, double auto attack, and then the Soul Assumption follow-up.
Yeah. To me, ICCup, I don't think they'll kill anybody, because the only way that you're going to find kills if you disrupt somebody, one of the supports, right? You cannot do it against Black. Black will just run away. So this is just your passive farming, harassing lane, where the Radiant has better avenue because they have a tower to protect themselves. In fact, here comes Cinder and Dota, drops a Riptide just for a little bit of harass, and Jackal constantly is taking harass from 2 range heroes. I think eventually Black and his tri-lane will win.
And the other lanes look good for Mouse as well. Koikva on the offlane Lifestealer. We've seen this matchup many a time before. And the Lifestealer usually comes out on top. You can just right-click the bear. You have plenty of damage. The one thing is you can't kill Lone Druid. We'll have an action bottom lane. We'll hold that thought. Black gets caught mid-Sakuchi. Still on the run. Might end up going down to 37 HP. Lives thanks to the Magic Stick. Now we just sick. He's the one on the run. They've got a combo in about 12 seconds. I don't know if it's enough. Synderen has another Riptide. 1 second to go. Lets it fly. They need this extra right click. They'll brain Always Wanna Fly down. The early Magic Stick turning the tides of the tri-lane. They will only find 1 kill, but tri-lane's pretty much over for ICCup now. They burned all their regen. They didn't get a kill, and they give up first blood. You can't really recover from that, and not with the tri-lane they've got in particular.
I just want to say that Black is often regarded as a carry player that's really, really smart item purchase. Buys Magic Stick like with his first 200 gold and got paid off immediately because if without that Magic Stick he dies there with the first blood, and the team fight goes the other way. The tri-lane goes the other way. Now ICCup on the full defensive. The wards has dewarded this camp. There's now pulling them, and Illuminate got to do some work to get them back in this trial lane.
They did have to blow a lot, though. They dropped 2 Sentry Wards and an Observer as well, just to get some vision back over their own jungle. And they start to get the pulls now. It's an expensive investment, though. Make no mistake about it. They'll get the experience. The thing, though, is ICCup are losing all 3 lanes. Mag's losing the top lane. He's 7-1 against a 15-2 Lifestealer. In the mid lane, Fata 14-5 to the 11-2 of the Alchemist. And obviously the tri-lane's lost because they've gave up a kill. And they might give up more now, bottom lane. We just said getting body blocked. Black says, come at me. Goodbye. 1 down. Jackal maybe to follow. Is there a point in the swarm yet? There's not. They still have the net. This is going to be 2 dead, most likely. Sakuchi's available. Black patiently waiting. Now Sakuchi's forward. He's got 1 more double proc, and Jackal should go down. Magic Stick making the difference there. Doesn't really matter to me that he doesn't die, though, because Mouse are finding kills. They're firmly on the defensive here. And Mouse winning all 3 lanes now. If you're ICCup, how do you get back in this game?
The problem is it's hard for this lane to get back, right? That is their offensive tri lane. They don't roam well. They don't gank well. And their lanes individually should be winning. Because when you pick up a Lone Druid, when you pick up an Alchemist, you say, hey, generally those are good, decent laners. But they're losing their lane as well. I don't see a recovery from them. This lineup is not capable of making that recovery. And
Shadowblade Alch, I think Shadowblade Alch is the only way they have back in this game.
That's very far off. That's
because Lone Druids, you can just leave Lifestealer top and he'll constantly farm and outfarm your Lone Druid, most likely. At best, it's an even trade. Maybe the bear dies a few times. At best, that top lane will be even. Mag's never going to get a tower. He's never going to push the lane. And the mid lane, what else can an Alchemist do? If he gets a mech, I don't think that matters, because ICCup need more burst damage and killing power. That's their big issue right now, is they just don't have a good follow-up to the Torrent disruption. So to me, the only way they get back is a Shadowblade. Even though it's far off, I don't see another option.
Yeah, I felt like strategically this is a fairly bad choice for ICCup to lane it like that. I felt like that tri-lane, the only way it was going to work is go defensive tri-lane and take advantage of the pulls. Shadow Demon as well as Keeper are like great pullers. And then you could put Mag on the long lane. Hopefully he does well as a Lone Druid there. But
even if they did it that way, they couldn't really keep a lifesteal out of lane. Because all he has to do is rage when you torrent.
Oh, sure, but...
So I agree with you. Maybe that goes slightly better, but no matter how they do it, they were never going to crush the lanes unless Mouse hugely screwed up. Koikva could have still gone jungle if he needed to, and probably would have gotten a lot out of the off lane.
Egg is so dead. He's going to try to disrupt himself, but here comes the Weaver. Weaver's going to go far ahead. Double Gemini procs. That's going to be 1 kill. Kunga going to get netted, and he is going to be dead as well. Are we going to see some Illuminate action? Perhaps that's going to get themselves a rebuttal kill on Cinderin. Cinderin just jukes out of the way. Jackal's trying to magic stick up. That's not going to work. Black looking for another. Do they have a Grave Chill? Yes, they do. I always want to fly. It's not flying now.
Give him a triple. Black is out of control in the tri-lane. Scores 6-0. And Black is cruising. And Kawa, the Black fanboy in the studio, is cheering.
Somebody's getting some rares.
Yeah, I think the ICCup fans, well, they probably had the better odds for this match. But, in fact, I'm almost sure they did. Not looking good for ICCup, Lumi. This, I wouldn't say the game's 100% over, but I would say it's like 90% over. Mouse should not lose from this point.
Yeah, they're very experienced. They do have phase boot up on the top lane as well, so Lifestealer is going to be absolutely fine in terms of harassing the bear. The bear is walking back home. Like, when you see something like that from the Lone Druid, it's not going well. Top lane, they want to make a gank on Mag. Mag silence up. Do they need to drop the coil? He doesn't have the coil. Open Wound's going to work, and Infest says, well, that's another free kill.
Make it 7-0. ICCup now trailing by 3k gold, 3k experience. This is not the best comeback lineup. It's all about resolution for me now. He's got to get a Shadowblade online as quickly as possible. I think he even needs to transition into carry Alk. If that means not taking any more points in Acid Spray, just max the stun and get your Greevil's Greed up. He's got to get as fat as humanly possible. I see no other way for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they still have okay teamfight with the bow, but teamfight-wise, the Solemn Siren, because...
Resolution, he just walked to gank bottom, but only now Poppy is Invis, and he walked right by a Radiant Observer Ward. And now he'll just stun himself under the tower.
Okay, no, he sees Black. He's going to go right on top of it. You're not going to make this kill, really. Torn's going to be on top, but he time-lapsed. And now the chase goes the other way. The Illuminate just a tick too slow. That's a 4-man coil, 4-man silence. We just said it's dead. And everybody else is going to be dead as well. Resolution stuns himself. Always flies dead. That's 2. They're looking for a 3rd. Resolution's regenning a little bit with his ultimate. Oh, Black cancels one of his animation. He changes target on Jacko. Jacko's going to eat the orb to the face. Are they making that dive? Black definitely is. They do ensnare him up. Black's looking low, but he does. Oh, the sun's going to fly through. He cannot disjoint it with Sakuchi. That was a 3-for-1, but hey, Mouse would take that one.
Wards win games, Lumi. This ward right here, that's why that gank doesn't work.
Nobody wards over here. because it's a bad ward.
The thing, though, is Alk did take the bottom Invisor, and then he walked all the way up the hill, where normally you'd be spotted by a ward over here.
But it was post 6 minutes, so generally that's like an okay play, because the wards generally die at 6 minutes.
That's true. That's true.
But this one, they just had this like next level ward place around 1 minute in, and they're like, that just perfectly scouted it out. So
now remember, when they placed that Observer, ICCup got dewarded, so they maybe should have known that Mouse would put an Observer ward there, because obviously you would have seen them at some point in either Cinderin or Pox's inventory, but this is maybe asking a lot of the players to pay that much attention to the wards while also losing a tri-lane very poorly, perhaps slightly on tilt. Whatever the case is, though, make it 10-1. Mousesports now leading by 4K gold, 5K experience, 8 minutes in. The worst thing for me there is that Resolution, although he gets a kill on Black, he spent like a good 2 minutes bottom lane and going back to base. And the fast Shadow Blade that they so desperately need, I don't see it coming. If he gets one, it'll be by like 15 minutes.
Jacko's not getting anything on the bot lane, so he's only level 4, so the bolt's not coming for a long time. Resolution, it's going to try to make it happen one more time. They smoke it up. This is probably the last hurrah. It's only 8 minutes in the game, but this gank is so important.
It needs to work. This gank really needs to work. It's been spotted out now. Resolution, though, he'll get off the stun here. He throws it. It's a decent duration as well. We just sick. Just the soul catcher from him. In comes Fata again. How many here will he hit with the coil? Only 2 this time. Silence is there. Kills off 1. Jackal in trouble. Black's going to bring him down for sure. Illuminate. Being channeled. Hits 2. Brings him low. But now they've trapped Resolution under the tower. He's channeling the stun. Now he looks to run with phase boots. Black gives chase. Throws out the swarm on 1. And on the other goes Fata. Resolution likely to fall. Another Illuminate, hitting a few again. It just doesn't matter. ICCup, they keep on running head on, crashing into a brick wall, and they are getting dominated. Now Koikfa, his turn to go aggressive. He's got access to an Infest here. He'll pop out. He'll go back in. He's got a Rage still. Open wounds cooling down soon. Drums up, Orb of Venom up. What do you do if you're Mag? Your bear goes in, it just gets right-clicked. This lane isn't going well. And Mousesports in complete control of our deciding Game 3.
Alchemist also had a 13 charge magic stick that did not use, so I think perhaps the tilt was really getting to him. He probably could have just magic stick and TP up because there were no stun available. But in any case, Mousesport winning every single lane. Not a single tower has gone down yet, but the goal graph, it is just ugly. 5,000 goalie without any tower kills. And speaking of those tower kills, it'll come now. Koifa on the top lane working on it. Mid lane Fada's pushing that equilibrium, working on his.
I just want to say, Lifestealer's still ridiculous. That has not changed.
Well, yeah,
any hero that can 1v1 a lone druid and face roll him as a melee is ridiculous.
Well, no, he just, like, the bear is a fountain for this guy, because Feast is absolutely
it's just ridiculous.
Amazing. He's max Feast first in lane. That should never happen, but it works in this matchup.
And now they're diving, always want to fly. Black, he's got a time lapse. He's going ham here, always want to fly. No blinding light for him, no way out. He's going down. Ooh, one more Sakuchi, the turret just off the mark. Even if it hits, now Jackal probably to fall as well. Mousesports playing some Russian Dota on the Russians. Jackal on the run, still trying to escape. One more hit. Black is just out of his mind. 17-2, 10 minutes in. ICCup, give them credit for their fighting spirit, but this is just brutal. They're being kicked while they're down, and they're still trying to get back up.
Well, there's
even
one kill. There's
one. They'll get pots.
So here's what I have problem with ICCups. First, they laned it fairly poorly. We talked about the lanes going offensive, Shadow Demon, the Keeper, as well as Kunkka. That's never going to win you any lane offensively. Secondly is they had one of the toughest start possible, and they just decided to keep going bot. They're like, it didn't work. Let's try it again. It doesn't work. Let's try it one more time. Hopefully it works this time. You gotta just rotate. You just give it up and hope for the best. But they just kept banging their head against the wall and just doesn't work.
Ultimately, though, I give like 90% of the credit to Mouse for a great draft. Drafting the way they did, there was just no way for ICCup to punish a Weaver. There was no way for them to punish a Weaver and a Lifestealer. Even if ICCup defensive trying, then Koikfa goes to jungle.
Mid lane, Fada's about to get some waning rift action going on. That's one kill. He goes on the low ground.
There's a Tor. There's no boat available. He's safe. Should be fine here.
Jackal's level 5.
Oh, maybe not. He's got a phase shift. He'll stick up. The familiars come in to cover his retreat. He heads south. He heads north. He can't make up his mind. Gets soul catchered as well. Should still be okay. But again, I just think the way Mouse drafted, no matter how ICCup configured the lanes, they were going to lose, and they were going to lose them significantly.
Yeah. Really
smart
sad
drafting by
to
Mouse.
see the way that a team exit a tournament was from an outdraft. You know, if you get outplayed, everybody had a good game, for example.
Well, let's be fair. They got outplayed too.
Yeah.
They've been outdrafted and outplayed.
It's hard to win a lane if your lane's designed to lose, right? So it just...
That's not intelligent design. Yeah. Although ICCup is a great team. Bottom lane, the boat's going to hit too. Black slow, but he's able to Sakuchi away. got off the time lapse just in the nick of time. If they hadn't lost that bottom lane so horribly, that's an amazing double kill there. But instead, Cinderin, quite tanky, has a headdress up and level 8. Black, well, he's got his treads in his Aquila, unable to kill him.
What is ICCup planning to do here? They're obviously not going to GG because this is the last match of their tournament if they do lose this one. So might as well play it out.
You got to try to just farm a lot. I mean, as weird as it sounds, as bad as it sounds, they can't win fights now. So their only option is to get a Shadow Blade, maybe to get a Midas or a Radiance on the Lone Druid. They have to try and take this ultra late. The problem, though, is Mouse can put so much pressure on them. These aren't just good carries. These are good aggressive carries. Lifestealer, Weaver, Puck, these 3 heroes can just jump you anywhere. I don't see any other way for ICCup back into this game except farming for like a good 20 minutes and somehow avoiding pickoffs, which might be coming now.
Oh, disruption's going to happen right now, but I don't think you get a kill on Vada like this. Yeah, he's just going to zip back out. Should be absolutely fine. They are making a chase. Could easily rotate in. No, oh my goodness, that nuke on Vada's face. They are going to get that 1 kill. Nice recovery.
Huge kill. There's your Shadow Amulet, and all of a sudden Resolution, not that far off a Shadow Blade. Could still get it around 15 minutes. Those are the kinds of kills that Mouse should not be giving up. It's one thing to go for pressure, but you don't need to dive past the hill ward to go for the pressure.
Yeah, Vada making a rare misplay here on his Puck, and that's going to give Resolution a big boost of gold. I mean, Resolution has to gank his way to Godlike Streak to get themselves back in this game, which may or may not happen.
It is possible. I'd say the chances are around 1%, but maybe ICCup is the 1%.
Jacko is in big trouble now.
Wrap around from Black. Black's dropping low, though. He's got a time-lapse out soon. Gets disrupted. Torrent's there. Boat to fly. Can he time-lapse the time?
Yes!
Just barely.
Oh, and he gets the
kill.
My
now he's
goodness.
on the run. Well, that's this combo just not being that good against Weaver, against Lifestealer. Great play from Black.
Oh, my goodness.
But let's be honest. If there's a good stun there, if there's a reliable stun, that Weaver probably doesn't live.
Oh, he just styled on all of them.
That's true.
I'm shaking my head in disbelief.
Yeah, Black's fat, Black's punishing them. And while that's happening, so is Koikfa. Armlet up for Koikfa. 117 CS on an off-lane Lifestealer, leading in terms of net worth by 500 over the 10-1 and 5 Black. Can I just gush over Lifestealer again? What a hero.
Lifestealer off-lane.
What a hero.
Pretty good. Pops a buckler up on top. Tier 2 is going to be going down as well. It looks like they do see Resolution mid. He does not have that Shadow Amulet.
He can't die now. This is such a crucial timing for him. Familiar's hunting. He jukes one way, but Grave Chill's there. Soul Assumption as well. But he will go down. That's the one hero that needs that item. They need it. It's their one way back into this game is if Mouse get greedy and they can find the pickoffs. But gosh darn it, they just can't seem to get it. And meanwhile, they're trying to kill Black bottom lane. But what do you do?
I think
and he's going to blink it soon, and then this is over. There's no more disruption. There's no way to kill him.
That's the one guy that you can't make a play. Koifa's going to find himself a free kill on Jacko, and they do find another one. These guys are just dying everywhere they go.
What a bloodbath.
Yeah. There's a GG.
23-4. A kind of sad way for ICCup to exit the tournament, but
at least it was quick.
They made a hell of a run, though.
Yeah, they did.
They took down EG 2-0. They had finished top 4 or 4th place in a 16-team event. Every top team in the West outside of Liquid, Na'Vi, and Alliance. So a lot of strong teams. They outlasted most of them, but they couldn't go all the way.
Well, outside of Alliance and Na'Vi, that's kind of...
Are you saying there's nothing else in the West?
I'm saying
Shots
those are
fired?
the 2 best teams in the West by far.
I don't know about Alliance. They haven't been doing that well lately. Lost to Kaipi, 2-0.
Kaipi's on the rise. They got 2nd place in defense.
Maybe it's Na'Vi and Kaipi, 1-2 punch.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. Alliance has the land win, so until that changes for Kaipi, we'll have to reserve our judgment. But this game, it was Mousesports in the end. Great draft, better execution. ICCup never had a chance.
Yep.
And on that note, that wraps up Game 3, guys. We are heading almost immediately after this into Fnatic versus Mouse. Best of 3, your loser bracket finals for the Corsair Summer Tour 2013. The winner of that match moves on and to play in the grand finals scheduled tomorrow for 19, I believe, CEST. And, well, that'll be a best of 5. It's a $10,000 tournament, and things are looking good for Mousesports. Can they take down Fnatic? I think with this level of play, just maybe they can. If they play like they did in Game 3, it should be their series to lose. So I'm going to put my rares on Mouse for that one, but I think it will be pretty close in the end. And on that note, guys, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be live with your next and final series of the day. It'll be Fnatic versus Mousesports, best of 3 coming up after this.